Diba last time, kinilala natin yung defense lawyer ni Tatay Digong na si Nicholas Kaufman at nakita natin yung mga ipinanalong mga kaso nitong si Kaufman. So ngayon, hindi pa ata natin nakikilala itong associate counsel, itong kasama ni Attorney Nicholas Kaufman na si Dov Jacobs. Ayan ho. Itong si Dr. Dov Jacob, ilan na rin ang kanyang ni-represent na ipinanalo. Currently, associate counsel siya para kay Muhammad Said, Tatay Digong, at saka si Laurent Gbagbo. Ayan. Itong dalawa na ito, si Muhammad Said at saka si Tatay Digong, currently pa ito. Pero meron ng mga magandang milestone achievement dyan. Meron pala siya, prior to this, meron siyang mga vlogs, na ang title niya is Spreading the Jam. Kung saan regularly ay may mga comments siya sa mga international law issues. So tinignan po natin itong kanyang vlogs. Kung makikita natin, may mga series of comments siya sa iba't ibang parte kung saan merong situation, like situation sa Palestine, situation sa Afghanistan. And dito, nakita ko na meron siyang comments sa Pilipinas. Ang date nito ay March 17, 2019. The Philippines' withdrawal from the Rome Statute became effective without the country's Supreme Courts having ruled on the domestic legality of the withdrawal. So, ito po, nilatag niya dito ang ICC prosecutor during that time ay si Fatou Bensouda. Ito po yung babae na ito. Ayan, Fatou Bensouda. At may comment siya. Ito, in the situation in Burundi, the court retains its jurisdiction over crimes committed during the time in which the state was party to the statute and may exercise its jurisdiction even after the withdrawal becomes effective. Ito po yung linyada lagi ng mga dilawan o nang gustong i-persecute si Tatay Digong. Pero itong si Dr. Dov Jacob, meron siyang mga comments na which is medyo mahaba-haba ito, no? Medyo mahaba-haba. Pero ang nagustuhan ko na kanyang sinabi dito ay dito sa may huli. Kasi dito sa taas, nilatag niya yung mga ginagawa ng ICC like yung jurisdiction, preconditions to exercise, nationality, territory, mga ganun-ganun. So nilatag niya lahat ng mga yan. So sabi niya dito, as a result, I would say that verification of whether the conduct was committed on the territory of a state party or was that of a national of a state party happens at the time of the decision, not the time of the commission of the crime. So, kung isisimplehan natin ito, sabi niya, yung conduct of committed on the territory ay base po doon sa time ng decision. So, ano pa yung time ng decision? Yung withdrawal natin, which is 2019. Effectivity niyan after 1 year. Within that year, dapat merong ginawa ang prosecution, which is mag-investigate dapat sila, pero hindi sila gumawa. So, naging effective na yung withdrawal 2020. But then, yung prosecution, ang ginawa nila, nag-investigate sila ng 2021. So, ibig sabihin dito ni Dov Jacob is at the time of the decision. So, I mean, may decision na nag-withdraw ng 2019, effective ng 2020, pero nag-conduct sila ng investigation ng 2021. So, doon pa lang ay wala nang basehan yung ICC sa jurisdiction. So, sabi dito, not at the time of the commission of the crime. Kasi sinasabi nila na even daw nag-withdraw tayo, ang binibilang daw natin is commission of the crime from 2011 hanggang 2019. So, meron pa rin daw tayong jurisdiction kahit nag-withdraw tayo noong 2019. So, ang binibilang nila yung commission of the crime, which is nag-commit ng crime noong 2011 to 2019. So, yun yung punto dito. Di ba maganda? I mean, kaya siguro kinuha itong si Dr. Dov Jacob kasi maganda yung kanyang komento. Ang punto ng kanyang komento is the same yung mga pinupunto ni Attorney Harry Roque ngayon. Diba? Yung 1-year leeway of conducting investigation. So, isa pa dito, sabi niya dito, on balance, either for believe that the reasoning given in the Burundi, kasi yung sinasite ni Fatou Bensouda is yung Burundi decision na kahit nag-withdraw ka, ang binibilang ng case dyan ay before yung commission of the crime, before your withdrawal. Yun yung Burundi decision na sinasabi nila. So sabi niya dito, on balance, I therefore believe that the reasoning given in the Burundi decision and on which the prosecutor relies on here is based on an unconvincing reading of the Rome Statute. So not convincing yung the way, yung sariling interpretation ng prosecution dito. And is once again an ill-conceived attempt by the court to extend its jurisdiction to situations like situation in the Philippines, which are beyond its reach. So, ang ginagawa nila dito, nagko-connives yung prosecution at ICC na kahit pala meron tayong withdrawal, gusto nilang bilangin, hindi yung withdrawal, kundi yung commission of the crime. As a side note, the given complexity of the matter, I would expect more professionalism from the CICC. Oh, wala kasi silang professionalism. Masyado na silang politics, which simply claims that, according to the ICC's treaty, ito yung claim ng ICC, the withdrawal will not impact any ongoing consideration of the alleged crimes committed before the withdrawal entered into force. This is neither the language of the Rome Statute. Hindi naman pala yun ang nilalaman ng Rome Statute eh. Diba? Paulit-ulit natin sinasabi kung ano yung withdrawal year mo. 1 year leeway. After 1 year, yun yung effectivity. From that time, that's it. Wala na silang jurisdiction. Pero kinakatwiran nila lagi, hindi yun yung commission of the crime. Nor the language of the Burundi case. This is a situation where advocacy slides dangerously. Nakakatakot po. Nakakatakot na precedent po ito. So, napakaganda pala ng view nitong si Attorney Dr. Dov Jacob. Okay? Ayan, meron siyang mga ano dyan. Nag-aral siya sa Paris. And marami siyang mga ano dyan. Mga nag-PhD siya, completed, naging researcher, nagturo, yan. Nagturo sa university, naging transitional justice, international. So, marami siyang mga ano. But, I would like to concentrate dito sa kanyang achievements. Meron siyang case. Gbagbo case, ayan. Kabuga case, Said, ayan. Said case. So, basahin natin. In the Gbagbo case, Dov Jacobs participated in all relevant proceedings from the confirmation of charges to the trial. Ito, ang maganda dito. Which led to the, ano ba yun? Acquittal. Napakaganda, di ba? Acquittal ni Laurent Gbagbo. Hindi ko alam kung tamang pagbasa ko dito, basta Gbagbo. In January 2019. Following a no case to answer procedure, an acquittal confirmed on appeal in March 2021. So, dito muna tayo kay Gbagbo. Ayan, ito po si hindi po ito ito po ay si Charles Ble Gaudet. Ayan. Pero ang nangyari po kasi, itong dalawa na ito, nag-case join po sila, si Ble at saka si Gbagbo, nag-case join sila noong 2015. Although, ibang dates yung kanilang arrest, 2011, pero nag-join yung case nilang dalawa noong 2015. Ito po kasing si Laurent Gbagbo neto ay former president or president ng Ivory. Okay? So, kung titignan natin, ito yung case nila were joined in March 11, 2015. Trial began on 2016. 2019, under pre-trial Chamber 1, by majority acquitted Mr. Laurent Gbagbo and Mr. Charles Ble Goude from the charges of crimes against humanity allegedly committed in Ivory in 2010 and 2011. So, yung prosecution, nag-appeal sila noong Feb 1, 2019, pero talo pa rin sila. Kaya, nagkaroon na ng final decision noong March 2021, confirmed, acquitted, case closed. Sino po yung mga abogado dyan? Yan, isa dyan si Dov Jacob. So, nakita ninyo, nung lumaya si Gbagbo, nakita ninyo, parang Tatay Digong din to eh. Oo, parang Tatay Digong. Tignan yung fans niya. Dami, di ba? So, kung i-research natin, babalikan natin kung ano bang history nitong si Gbagbo, parang ang yung nangyari kay Tatay Digong na napagbintangan. Opo, ganun po yun. So next, side case. He contributed to the the charges being dropped at the pre-trial stage. Na-drop daw yung charge nung pre-trial. Tingnan nga natin anong nangyari dito kay bagamat ongoing itong kay Mahamat Said na ito, no? Pero na-drop po siya sa pre-trial charges. Pero although na-drop po siya sa pre-trial charges, positive po yun na effect kasi ibig sabihin, kung tutusin, tignan ninyo ito po ay commander ng Seleka. At alam nyo ang kaso niya, crimes against humanity at war crimes. Meron pang mga inhumane acts, disappearance, deprivation of liberty, torture, persecution, at kung ano-no. Kumbaga, mas mabigat kay Tatay Digong, crimes against humanity, kumbaga. At ilan lang yung mga sinasabi nilang witness na lumabas. Pero ito, tingnan niyo sa first stage pa lang, na-drop siya. But anyhow, March 17 po ang kanyang scheduled na hearing. But hindi ko alam kung ano yung update doon. But good thing sa pre-trial pa lang, sa first stage pa lang, confirmation pa lang, na-drop na. I just don't know what happened now. Alright, next. Dito naman sa Kabuga case, Dr. Dov Jacobs took the lead in the litigation in Felician Kabuga's fitness to stand trial and successfully plead for the suspensions of the proceeding. Alam nyo ba, napaka-brutal itong Kabuga na ito. Kasi, ang allegation dito is, genocide. Grabe. Alam nyo ba kung ilan yung alleged na namatay? 800,000 minority Tutsis. Alam nyo kung bakit na-stop yung kanyang prosecution? Through the initiative nila Dov Jacob. Kasi ang reason nila dito ay yung kanyang health. Meron siyang, anong tawag doon? Dementia. Yan. So, bakit positive po ito? The mere fact na itong si Kabuga na ito, ang kanyang kaso ay genocide, 800,000 katao ang alleged na napatay, di ba na kaya nilang i-defend ito na ma-stop yung kanyang trial due to the reason of dementia? Abay, mas masaklap pa ito, mas masahol pa ito doon sa reason sa Pilipinas na kapag merong tinatrial, bigla na lang na wheelchair, di ba? Ito, dementia medyo mahirap po ito patunayan. But the mere fact na nanalo sila dito, nanalo si Dov Jacob dito sa case ni Gbagbo, ni Said, at ni Kabuga, ay napakaganda po ito na defense lawyer ni Tatay Digong. So, good addition. Although, ang mga nakita natin ngayon na very visible sa mga news or sa mga interviews ay itong si Attorney Kaufman, lingid pala sa kaalaman ng lahat na itong kasama niya na si Dov Jacob, abay matindi. Malakas pa sa pinakamalakas. Nakita natin kung ito kasi si Dov Jacob, specialty niya rin yung interim release. Kaya malamang sa malamang siya yung nasa likod dito sa interim release appeal ni Tatay Digong. And of course, with the help of Attorney Kaufman, maganda yung tandem nitong dalawa. Abangan po natin ang susunod na pangyayari.